Good evening and welcome to your News Now Sports. I'm Dave Saseski, and it's the 11th week of high school basketball. Hard to believe, right? We have a battle for first place in Findlay as 14-3 Pandora Gilboa. The Rockets collide with the 16-1 Liberty Benton Eagles. Our Tony Quach has more with both head coaches ahead of tonight's game. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, David. The top two teams in the Blanchard Valley Conference are set to collide here in Findlay. The Pandora Gilboa Rockets look to handle Liberty Benton Eagles, their first conference loss, and force a tie at the top of the league standings. We'll start things off with Pandora Gilboa's head coach, Mike Lee. Coach Lee, 14-3 overall, 3 straight wins coming into tonight. The last 2 games have come down to 1 possession. So how do you guys look to carry the momentum from those games into tonight's game against Liberty Benton?
Well, this type of year, everybody's prepping for tournaments. So not that you want to be in a close, tight situation, but hopefully that helps you in the long run. And naturally, we know the tremendous challenge that we have in front of us this evening.
And the last 6 matchup against the Liberty Benton Eagles have been split evenly, both teams with 3 wins each. What's the game plan against Liberty Benton tonight to come out on top?
Well, first of all, we have to contend with their athleticism and their length. That's going to cause problems. They're an outstanding defensive basketball club, and that's not even talking about what we have to do defensively because of some very good offensive players as well.
Thank you for your time, Coach. We'll now turn it over to Liberty Benton's head coach, Doug Whiteman. Coach Doug, you guys are looking to bounce back from a tough loss against Defiance this past Saturday. How you guys look to get back on the right track against the Pandora Gilboa Rockets?
Yeah, the Defiance game was good for us in a lot of ways. It gave us an idea of some things that we need to do better. But I was proud of our kids. We competed. We were right there at half, and then, it got away from us. But we're excited. I mean, we have a chance on senior night to play for a league title against a phenomenal team, and it should be a great atmosphere.
And talking about that matchup, the last time both teams faced off against each other, Pandora Gilboa did come out on top 50-40. What do you guys have to do differently this time around in order to come out on top?
Yeah, I mean, they're just a very, very well-coached team. They run a lot of good stuff. They run a lot of things that put pressure on the defense, and they have some very good individual players. So, our kids have been locked in defensively all year, but they'll need to be really, really locked in tonight.
Thank you for your time, Coach. And that's all the time we have for our full coverage of Hoops Friday night. Tune in at 11:15. Reporting in Findlay, Tony Quach, your News Now Sports.